Hello friends, let's see today what to do when your brake pedal gets soft. So you're trying to brake and your pedal is going all the way down to the floor, and then you get this warning says brake fluid level is low. So if your car is stopped, don't press your brake pedal anymore because it can lead to bigger problems and it can damage master cylinder. And first thing what you want to do is go out, open your hood and check what is the brake fluid level in master cylinder. On the side of master cylinder bottle you can see maximum and minimum level, so when you remove the cap you can check what's your real fluid level. So when you check is it your brake fluid level maximum or minimum, if it's above minimum you are good, you can try brakes, but here it shows like it's a little bit inside but it's empty. I try adding some more but it's on the same level. So next thing what you want to check is go under the car and check around the tires if you have some leak, like on some brake lines. So brake lines, it can be visible from inside here, like it should be wet around. So as you can see, this tire is dry. This one looks dry also. And then on the front tire you can see this one is dry too. When you go to this front wheel, you see it's all wet. It looks like you have a problem with the brake line. So as you can see, like brake fluid is all over the place. Now first thing we need to do is remove the wheel, and then we can proceed to removing brake line and putting the new one.
In this case, we can't do anything, right? We can't repair.
Everything can be repaired. So as you can see, this house here, brake line is making a problem. It's wet the most, so we will just have to buy another hose and replace it. So these plastic covers you can remove only in case if you need to fix something else besides brake hose, but if you are only replacing brake hose you don't need to do it. can see here how all hose look like. Yeah, it's all ripped. So when you put the new one, just clean it around to be all dry, and then you can check if it has some leak and you need to tighten the bolts more. After that, you can refill brake fluid and check manual is your car using DOT3 or DOT4. In this case, it's DOT4 for Ford Fusion. When you refill it, you can check if you still have some leak, or you can press the brake pedal a few times so to see is it gonna leak when you apply some pressure. Everything is good, so now we can bleed the brake system. If you didn't remove this mud flap, you can go straight to bleeding process, but I wanted first to put all back as it was and then continue with that. So bleeding the brake system involves removing trapped air from the brake lines which enter when we replace the hose. So it's important to eliminate this air to ensure safe braking while driving. And always remember when you are beginning with a bleeding process, you always want to go first with brake line that is furthest from the master cylinder, and then you going to the closest one. So we will start with the rear right wheel, and then we're gonna do rear left wheel. After that we're gonna do front right wheel, and the end we're gonna do front left wheel. And then in that order, it's like you are sure that the process is completed properly. To do it, you will need one plastic bottle that you can fill maybe around half or a little bit less with the fresh brake fluid, and then you get one hose and that can fit in that bottle, and put the hole in the cap so you can pull it through and push the hose all the way to the bottom of the bottle. In that case, when you press the brake, all bubbles are gonna go above the fluid, and when you release the brake, air is not gonna go back, it's just gonna be fresh fluid. And take the hose that can fit directly onto the bleeder valve so it doesn't spill fluid around, and it just goes through the hose to the bottle. That way you will not make mess around and no air can get back in the system. Unscrew the valve a little bit, just enough so you can see the fluid leaking out, and then you can put the hose over that, and then you can start. And as we said, first going rear right wheel and then rear left wheel. After that you go front wheels, first right one and then the left one. A little bit, you can go ahead and press the brake, and as you see, here are some bubbles in the bottle, so you can just repeat the procedure until you see no bubbles coming in the bottle. When you are done, you can just tighten the bleeder valve, and then you can move to the other wheel. After you do same procedure on the rear left wheel, you can go forward and go to the front wheels. front left, and I wanted to show you that you can do this bleeding process even without removing the wheel. So you just need some ground clearance, so you can go under the car, and then you can just, as you see, I pull this hose through the rim and just like put it on the bleeder valve, and after that process is gonna go same. Add more brake fluid. It doesn't matter how much you put, anyway you're gonna spend some while pressing the brake, so you can just top it off and then press the brake as many times as you see that air is coming. So once it stops coming, it means that all brake is removed from the system, and then you will see some old brake fluid coming out, and it's gonna be like all dirty. So it's gonna be replaced with the fresh brake fluid, and after you finish that you can just top it off to maximum level, and that will be it. Close the bleeding valve, and then you can try to press the brake pedal to see is it hard. When all air is removed, it should be hard.